Ohio dispensary mailed out flyers to people living in northern Kentucky, offering discounts on medical and recreational marijuana.
But the catch is that neither of those things are legal right now in Kentucky. WLWT News 5's Danielle Dindak finding out what laws you're breaking if you cross state lines with those products. Hi, Danielle.
Yeah, hi there, Mike. I can tell you a lot of residents here in northern Kentucky are finding quite the surprise when they open their mailbox. They're finding these coupons. Now, here's the catch. You can use one of these coupons when you travel to that dispensary over in Ohio. But if you bring those products back to Kentucky, you can find yourself in some trouble. The Ohio River bridges together two states, one that allows recreational marijuana and one that does not.
As of today, there is no legal recreational or medical possession of marijuana in Kentucky.
I showed Campbell County Attorney Steve Franzen a flyer that was sent out to residents in northern Kentucky. It's from Queen City Cannabis, offering 20% off an order this month.
I think it's a little disingenuous to be soliciting Kentucky residents when Kentucky residents are only going to be able to do this legally in Ohio.
It's been nearly a year since Issue 2 passed by a wide margin and gave the green light to recreational marijuana in the Buckeye State. About 8 months later, in August, products hit the shelves at dozens of dispensaries, catering to anyone 21 or older.
They can use it in Ohio. As long as they stay in Ohio, they cannot bring it back into Kentucky.
Northern Kentucky resident Tim Jordan didn't check his mail yet today, but he's up to date on laws on his side of the river.
It's against the law, so I mean, I think everybody knows that.
But not everyone is. Just ask Teresa Warner, who did get one of these in the mail.
What are the laws? And I couldn't tell if it was medical only, and did I have to get a medical card, and then what would happen if I brought it back?
And I asked just the guy.
If we were to have probable cause to pull you over while you're in Kentucky, and you did have, whether it's medical or recreational, you are in possession of marijuana that's not legal in Kentucky.
Now, I did call, email, and even went to Queen City Cannabis at their Norwood location to ask more information about these flyers. I did have a chance to talk to the manager there. She took down my information. She said she passed it on to the people above her, but I'm still waiting to hear back to learn more about where all of these were sent out to. Reporting live this afternoon, Danielle Dindak, WLWT News 5.
All right, Danielle, thank you. Medical marijuana officially becomes legal in Kentucky January 1st, and next week will be the lottery for licenses for cultivators and processors. The issue will be on many community ballots in November, and then voters will decide on if they want a business like that in their neighborhood.